Welcome to today's session. We are going to learn about role of clusters in promoting micro, small and medium enterprises. Clusters are not just about businesses being near each other. They are about cooperation, shared facilities and collective strength. Let's start with what a cluster actually means. According to the Ministry of MSME, a cluster is a group of enterprises located in one area or connected through a value chain producing similar or complementary products and services. These enterprises are linked by common infrastructure that helps them face challenges together. For example, one unit may produce cloth, another dyes it, and another makes garments. The enterprises in a cluster usually share some common features. They have similar or complementary methods of production, quality control, and pollution control. They use similar technologies and marketing strategies. They have communication channels to interact with each other, and most importantly, they face common challenges and opportunities. In short, a cluster is like a community of enterprises working in the same direction. Now that we know what a cluster is, let's move forward and see what objectives clusters are designed to achieve. Clusters are created with some very clear objectives. The first is to support the sustainability and growth of small enterprises. Sustainability means the ability to survive and grow in the long run without depending on short term support. For example, small units can improve technology, skills, quality, and market access together. The next objective is to build capacity for collective action. This means forming self help groups, consortia, or associations where enterprises join hands to solve common problems. Another important aim is to develop or upgrade infrastructure. Infrastructure means physical facilities like roads, electricity, testing labs, training centers, etc. And finally, clusters work to set up common facility centers where enterprises can access shared resources like testing labs, training centers, or raw material banks. These objectives show how clusters act as a growth engine for MSMEs. And so, overall, the idea is to make MSMEs stronger by giving them tools, facilities, and unity. So, how do clusters actually play this role? Let's see. The role of clusters in promoting MSMEs can be seen in two forms: soft interventions and hard interventions. Soft interventions focus on people. Example, awareness programs, training, exposure visits, market development, etc. Hard interventions focus on infrastructure. Example, setting up common facility centers, improving industrial estates, and providing financial support. Both are important. Soft interventions prepare people, hard interventions build facilities. Together, they create a strong ecosystem for MSMEs. Now, let's go deeper into soft interventions. Soft interventions are about preparing entrepreneurs for growth. They include creation of awareness about new opportunities, counseling, motivation, and trust building, which help entrepreneurs gain confidence, exposure visits, where entrepreneurs travel to other places, successful clusters, to learn new ideas, market development, including export promotion and participation in fairs or workshops, training development programs on technology upgradation so that MSMEs can keep up with modern methods. So, soft interventions basically improve the knowledge, skills, and outlook of the entrepreneurs. Once the people are prepared, the next step is to provide them with strong physical facilities, which is where common facility centers comes in. Hard interventions often include setting up of common facility centers which ensure providing shared resources that no single small enterprise could afford on its own. These centers provide shared services like production and processing units, design and testing facilities, training centers, research and development centers, affluent treatment plants, marketing and display centers, and raw material banks to cut costs and improve efficiency. Normally, Government of India provides financial assistance and sponsors up to 70% of the cost up to a maximum of 15 crores for northeastern and hilly states or for clusters where most units are owned by micro enterprises, women or SC/ST communities. The grant can be as high as 90%. With CFCs established, businesses have the tools they need, but they also require a strong foundation of basic infrastructure, which brings us to the next point: infrastructure development centers, which provide the backbone facilities that every enterprise depends on. This includes power supply, water, communication, drainage, pollution control, and proper roads. They also cover banking services, raw material banks, storage and marketing outlets, and technical backup facilities. The Government of India again provides strong support up to 60% of project cost, capped at 15 crore rupees, and in northeastern and hilly states or for clusters led mainly by micro, women, or SC/ST entrepreneurs, the support can rise to 80%. With CFCs and IDs working hand in hand, clusters give MSMEs both advanced tools and strong foundations. So let's now look at a real example. The banana fiber extraction cluster in Odisha. Here, banana stems, often traded as waste, are converted into useful products. The cluster has a common logistics center for collection, a production and processing center for fiber extraction, and facilities for fiber processing and sheet cup making. Even waste is managed effectively through vermicompost beds, which produce organic compost for farming. The cluster also runs a training center where farmers and workers learn better harvesting and processing techniques. This not only reduces waste but also creates jobs, empowers women, improves farmer incomes, and protects the environment. It shows how clusters can transform local resources into sustainable opportunities. To conclude, clusters are powerful engines of MSME growth. Through soft interventions, they build awareness, skills, and cooperation. Through hard interventions, they create facilities and infrastructure that small enterprises could never achieve alone. Individually, an MSME may struggle, but within a cluster, it can thrive. That is a real role of clusters in promoting MSMEs.